crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning. Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning heart disease, your sip of chaga coffee. Yes, I am back. 2-week probation for something. I'm not even going to get into it. Something I did like 3 years ago. It was still somewhere hidden on the Road-Ruda archives. And they went after me. And they do that on occasion. They are going to kick me off of YouTube. You know, I really feel like we manifest our own destiny. And by writing that song, they, look it up, by the way, on Road-Ruda, they, T-H-E-Y. By writing that song, I put myself in the crosshairs of YouTube for getting kicked off. So the song came true. They kicked me off for 2 weeks. That was my second strike. I'm back down to one strike now, so I'm going to try my best to stay within their crazy rules. If you want the real scoop, go to road2ruda.com, and sign up for the private road. You get all kinds of cool stuff, including the latest Jenny Moonstone readings, unbelievable stuff about the gold in the Grand Canyon. Go check that out. But right now, let's talk about the rigging of the silver price. Hard to determine what I can say about this. So they might give me another strike. I might be gone. If you want to follow my work, go to road2ruda.com. And on the left side, there is a subscribe for free. You get free emailed updates. Just put your name and email address in, and you'll get all the email updates. And where I'm posting, I was posting mainly to BitChute and to Theta TV. If you haven't seen my channel at Theta TV, theta.tv, go over there. It's really cool stuff. I put some private road stuff up there, and yeah, I'm a big fan of Theta. And hopefully, I know most of my subscribers are as well. It is the future of broadband, which might be kind of important in the high-tech future, if you ask me. Also, probably the future of universal basic income. Wait for that token to be announced. But that's in the future, and we are dealing with the present, and presently they are rigging the silver price. Oh my God, Bix, you're kidding. They're rigging the silver price? Yeah, they can put the silver price to minus 40 with a click of a mouse, just like they did with oil. Minus $40. That's how rigged these criminal exchanges are. And these pathetic human beings at the CFTC, these are the commissioners of the CFTC. They're supposed to be regulating all markets. They don't. They assist in the manipulation. This guy at the bottom was going to be the next chairman. It was the sign. You know, he was the one good guy, like Bart Chilton was the one good guy. And there's nothing you can do in a corrupt system. And no, there is no changing this system without the shutting down of the COMEX. COMEX is futures and options. It's got nothing to do with the real thing. Now, there is a delivery component in silver that supposedly you could take delivery, but they can change the rules at any time. That's their game. There is no silver exchange on planet Earth, physical silver exchange, that would determine the price of physical silver. There is not one. If there is, name it. It's not the LBMA. That's an association, and they claim to transfer 120 billion ounces of silver every year between their warehouses. It's bullshit. It's a lie. Same people doing the same thing. So, yes, Dan Berkovitz is gone next week. So we'll end up with two. There's supposed to be five commissioners. And don't get me wrong. I mean, this is a gigantic organization. I think their budget is $120 million a year to regulate this market, the silver market. Of course, silver is the number one. The CFTC never came out and said a word about the DOJ's indictment of JP Morgan and Citibank and all the other people that were rigging the silver and gold markets. It was on their watch, the exact time frame that Bart Chilton had talked about, the time that I was screaming, everybody was screaming about silver manipulation. JP Morgan gets busted. The CFTC never uttered a peep about it. Why? Because they did 3 investigations and couldn't find anything. They could find it. The problem is they're corrupt. This guy, Rustam Benham, he is now being sworn in. Oh, he was sworn in. No, he's being sworn in as the chairman. They call him an acting chairman. He's being sworn in as the chairman, supposedly. Don DeBerry Stump Good name for her, Stump. Everything I've seen her talk about is sad and pathetic. She reminds me of Michael Dunn. Michael Dunn, the Mr. Magoo of the CFTC way back when. So no, she's useless. So all you have is Rustin Benham, who has already admitted that they're going to do everything they can to keep the silver price rigged. He said it out loud. That's our government. That's the government, the regulators of the United States of America. Bravo! I'm sure that nothing bad could happen in that situation, right? So Berkovitz is gone next week, and it leaves us with 2 commissioners. It doesn't matter if there's 1, if there's 0. They're still going to rig the price, and there's nothing these idiots can do about it. Well, Rustin Benham is a criminal idiot. He should go to jail, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. Cryptos are being allowed to run. Yes, cryptos are our future. Having been in the crypto market for 8 years plus now, I've been through it all. As dark as it seems sometimes, that's the time you want to buy. As happy as it seems sometimes, that's the one. Well, if you're a trader, you're going to want to take a little off the top. What do you do now? I don't know. I don't care. I know Bitcoin's going to $1 million. I know Theta is going to $3,000 per token. It's just, do you have the fortitude to sit through it? Yes, they can shut down, China can say, oh, we're going to ban everything. They aren't banning anything. In the latest slump, who was buying? I can tell you the weak hands that were selling, chicken shits. The hodlers, like I highly recommend, are fine. We just sit through it. Yeah, sure, the slam downs, 90%, you lost 90% of your money when you were rich. They hurt. But hey, I lost 90% of my money when the price of Bitcoin went from $1,200 down to $200. I actually sold at $200 when it was crashing. I'm like, oh shit, I made a mistake. And then of course it runs to 20, and then it runs to 60, and now it's going to run to 100. The only way to survive in cryptos, because you don't know when they're going to rig the price down, up, or sideways, is to hodl. Hold on for dear life. The greatest term ever invented. I remember reading about or experiencing when that term first came on. HODL. Hold on. HODL. Someone was trying to, in a chat room, one of the big Bitcoin chat rooms, was trying to say, there was a crash going on. And they were trying to say hold, as in hold your investment. Hold. Don't sell. Hold. And they spelled it backwards. Or they swapped the L and the D, and it turned out to hodl, and somebody said, yeah, that stands for hold on for dear life. Wonderful saying. And yeah, that's the only way to get through this. There's some drama coming. And the drama in the U.S. is going to come from digital currencies. Now remember, the Fed already has a digital currency. It's just run differently than a decentralized blockchain. So the Fed prepares to launch a review of central bank digital currency that could render cash obsolete and privacy obsolete. What's the difference between a Fed coin and the current US dollar that is completely digital? Yeah, sure, there's a couple paper bills, but that's it. Nothing. A Fed coin would have to be decentralized, meaning the Fed can't control it. It has to be immutable, meaning you can't change the blockchain, and everybody's got to be able to see that you're trusting math and you're not trusting guys like Chairman Powell, who, by the way, him and all his cronies are getting kicked out of the Fed because they were front running every transaction, meaning they were trading on the information that they were going to release. Why aren't these people in jail? I don't care if they quit or not. Why don't they go to jail? That is illegal. It is illegal at the top realms of everything. Like I said, when the crash happens, there will be no deciders. These guys, Jerome Powell won't be deciding. The World Bank won't be deciding. The IMF won't be deciding. A Fed coin is just another piece of paper, just another electronic blip. I mean, to me, adding a Fed coin that is not decentralized, that is controlled, and not a fixed value amount. Like with Bitcoin, you can only have 21 million. With a Fed coin, you can have trillions. There's no difference. It's hyperinflationary because they're just adding more currency. And then that's going to fail, and they'll add another one. As if they need to. But these Fed people won't be the deciders. Elizabeth Warren's going after him. Warren urges the SEC to open insider trading probe into Fed Vice Chair Clarida. All of them insider trade. You need to go after Powell. You need to go after all the 11 Federal Reserve Board members. And all their flunkies. I heard 3 have already resigned at the lower level for front running. It's all a con. We should not have a Federal Reserve deciding the value of money. Why? Because you get shit like this. This is the reverse repo chart. Look at this. This is just unfathomable. And they announced this long before. They said, well, we really don't have to lower the interest rates because we can get in the market and pay banks more, keeping interest rates low to suck in the money supply. And that's exactly what they did right here. Look at that. Look at this day. $1.6 trillion in overnight repos. Helicopter money. It could say 1.6 quadrillion or 1.6 Google. It is insane what is being done. And this is just what they report to us. Who knows what else is being done? The system is broken. You want to see look at this chart for the last 10 years of reverse repos. There's the last 10 years of reverse. You think anything's wrong right here? This is the end game for the Federal Reserve. This is the reverse repo. Look at that. I mean, literally, the game began really in March. And it started, and it's going. There is no stopping it. It's infinity money. Right now, this is the total assets on the Fed's balance sheet. The Fed, who shouldn't have any of these assets on their balance sheet. These are basically bailouts. It went in from March, when this reverse repo started, they went from 4 trillion, that's it with a T, to $8.4 trillion on their balance sheet. It is insane. This is a con. The Fed should not be this is the same Fed that everybody's getting fired from. These are human beings making these decisions to rig our markets. Why? Because they got to keep the system solvent. We got to print as much money as possible and soak it all in over here because this is such a fragile system. And we can't report real inflation. According to our government, there is no inflation. There is no inflation. Go out and try to buy a new car. Go out and try to get your hands on an RV. The RV I bought is getting delivered 8 months later. And now there's a 3-year waiting list for this one specific RV from Winnebago. 3-year waiting list to get one. And the price has almost doubled. Now up 50% from when I bought it. Luckily, they're honoring my original price. It is insane. There is inflation everywhere if you can get anything. This system is not long for this world. You need to do a couple things. Number 1, get enough food, water to last through a little chaos. And cash, physical cash in your possession. Number 2, get as much physical silver as you possibly can. Physical, in your own possession. Anything else will be gone. You will not end up with it. I don't care how nice the people are that are holding your silver. In a banking crash, all bets are off. You don't know what you own. A great term in cryptos is not your keys, not your coins. If you can't tell me what your private key is, those are not your cryptos. In silver, not in your hand where you can touch it tomorrow or right now, you don't own it. And there's varying degrees of that, but you most likely will not get it back in a banking crash. All bets are off in a banking crash. We're already seeing the shipping lines seize up, the trucking line seize up, everything's seizing up. Imagine if there was no banking. You couldn't even get gas to go get your silver wherever you wherever your third party is. And the craziest thing is people say, oh, mine's safe in a Swiss bank. Oh my God. Really? Well, good luck with that. Mining stocks, poof, not a chance. I guarantee you Mexico is going to nationalize every single one of their silver mines. And they should. They've been raped by these criminals for so long. They don't care about you. They care about their people and their assets. Every country is going to stop trading with each other for a while. That's what's in the Road to Ruta documents. I didn't just make it up out of thin air. Anyway, really interesting times. The world's gone crazy. Happy to be back on YouTube. Again, most of the stuff I do is on the private road at roadtoruta.com. By the way, if you haven't seen, we have decided to stop giving away the Road to Ruta coins. This is the last week we're giving them away with a private road subscription or renewal. They're just too valuable to give away, in my opinion. So we will stop as of Sunday night. You will not be able to get a silver Ruta coin through a subscription. So if you want to get your silver Ruta coin, go to roadtoruta.com, hit subscribe today. Or if you want to renew, if your renewal's coming up. We are currently shipping out 1 coin per membership or per renewal. So if you want 10 coins, sign up for 10 years of Road to Ruta. I don't suggest that, but hey. And these are the coins. It's a silver Road to Ruta coin jumping up and down on the Silver Brick Road in the Grand Canyon. Cave of Gold over here. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, go to roadtoruta.com, go through the archives, and you can say, holy shit, they really found that much gold in the Grand Canyon right before the 1913 creation of the Fed, and that's why Woodrow Wilson really created the Fed, was to save the monetary system because there was so much gold out there. Learn more at roadtoruta.com. And on the private road, you go through all the archives. There's the Jenny Moonstone readings, bunch of uncensored stuff lately. The Theta page, learn how to buy, store, and stake Theta. Theta is the future of the internet. Theta is the biggest cryptocurrency you will ever find. I don't care what new one you have. Theta will blow it away, and they're doing everything right. They have the correct patents. They're doing everything right. It is the future of the internet, not just some crazy cryptocurrency. It is absolutely necessary to expand broadband to the whole world, and that's exactly what's going to happen using Theta. And it's patented. And then Cliff High interviews, road trips, my friend Bitcoin Ben, all kinds of great stuff on the private. Oh, Theta speculation graph. I love that one. Anyway, go to roadtoruta.com. Get on the free mailing list on the left side. Name and email address. And then if you want the good stuff, go to the private road and subscribe for a year. This is Bix Weir, roadtoruta.com. Happy to be back. I'll talk to you later.
Well, I grew up in the USA. I was taught that speech was free. Birmingham to Burning Man, you can speak any truth you see. Lately things have changed, they say I can't speak truth no more. And I'm just sitting here wondering who they are working for. See, they're gonna kick me off of YouTube. Unless I say 9/11's just another day. And they delete my friends on Facebook. Unless I pretend that socialism's a-okay. And they are gonna shadow ban my Twitter. Unless I tweet the chemtrails of Perrier. Finally they'll ban everything I've got to say as they kill free speech in the USA. They decide what's right, they decide what's wrong, they ban what won't conform. They sit in shadows, they run the gallows, say I must abide the norm. Without free speech we lose freedom, they cut off our free will. If I find truth that they don't like, they'll label me a shill. And then they they're gonna kick me off of YouTube. Unless I say 9/11's just another day, and they delete my friends on Facebook. Unless I pretend that socialism's a-okay, and they are gonna shadow ban my Twitter. Unless I tweet the chemtrails of Perrier. Finally they'll ban everything I've got to say, as they kill free speech in the USA. They're trying to kill free speech in the USA. Now wait a minute, it's not like me to give up on a fight. I'll expose their evil plans, bring their shadows into light. And I'll name names, I'll play their games, I've got them in my sight. They're trying to change the USA. I fight for what is right, so they can kick me off of YouTube. 9/11's all about building 7 and it ain't okay. And they can delete all my Facebook, but socialists fail every time in every single way. And they can shadow ban my Twitter, but I'm looking up at chemtrail skies each and every day. See, they have no right to ban anything I have to say, and I'll fight for free speech in the USA. I'm gonna fight for free speech in the USA. It's my right, free speech in the USA.